How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the American Open Wheel Modified Tour here on our YouTube channel. We're at the Las Vegas Bullring getting ready to kick things off for our fourth race of the year. Starting on the pole is Alex Relling. He's won 2 of the first 3 races this year, looking to go for another one here this season. The only other winner, Zach Fowler in the 5 car. He's starting way further back as the field of 18 or 19 ground pounders here getting ready to kick things off at the Bullring. And as you see, one driver already antsy, ready to go. It's the 83 on the outside. And as you can tell, we have overlays, so that'll make things a little bit easier to follow along here. Unfortunately, this is a replay. I'm not doing this live. It's been a difficult week. A lot of personal things going on. And I was unable to do this live. So we are not going to have a lap counter, unfortunately. It's just going to say lap 144. But we should be, that should be fixed by the next stream. We should, or video. We should be able to, I should be able to do this live. So with that being said, the pace car is leading this field around the track. This is actually kind of quiet. That should be better. The pace car is leading this field around the track and now heading down pit road. We're about to get underway as the field comes through turns 3 and 4. Alex Relling is going to lead us to the green. He gets a big jump. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at the Bullring. A lot of contact here through 3 and 4. It's to be expected. As they head around the corner, around this course. A really small track. However, oh, I just realized the ticker is spoiling the results. Oh, we have a crash down the back straightaway. That's the 69 of Brian Zagorski, who we thought won last week, was disqualified due to jumping the restart. We are still green. The ticker is spoiling the results. I'm going to have to take that off. I apologize. But we are still green here at the Bullring. Yeah, that's the downside of doing it on a replay. I apologize for that. But Alex Relling leads, and we do finally have a caution, it seems, as we slow things down. There's another one that's backwards. Is Cole Perez off turn number 4, facing the wrong way, and we have our first caution of the night. Zach Fowler runs second here. So the top 2 drivers to win this season, or the only 2 drivers to win this season, are 1 and 2. Brendan Timon sits in 3rd. Now, one driver I want to point out in this field, making his first start ever in a modified, is the Canadian Ian Slager. A name that if you follow my main channel, you've heard a million times, but we're getting to see him live and in person, not an AI car with his name slapped on it. Ian Slager, big fan of open wheel in the literal sense, like the Indy cars and other types of cars, IndyCar and F1 mainly. But he saw the video, he found interest in this, and I convinced him to run it. So we'll be watching him as the season goes along. But the field pacing around, it looks like we're going to double up this time. Alex Relling chooses the high side as he believes that'll be the lane, the preferred lane on the restart. So the field bunches up behind. Here we go. Pace car is in. Relling in control of the field. Can take him as fast or as slow as he wants to go around this corner as we head into the restart zone. Green flag is waving. And he clears him off into turn one, side by side behind him. Lots of contact throughout the field. Close quarters racing, bumper to bumper, beating and banging, or rather Nerf bar to Nerf bar. Because we don't really have bumpers here. And we have a car sliding in the back, and one car is stopped against the outside wall. That's George Tolsma. And he's going to get that thing fired up before he loses a lap, but that's our second caution already in this race. So Relling is going to lead us. We're going to have a jump cut back to the restart. Tolsma just went around and got his lap back. Relling now chooses the inside line. And the green flag waves. 3 wide behind as one car got down on the flat. They're going to keep it straight. We'll see if we get a run this time by. But Alex Relling out in front looks to be unstoppable here today. Sorry, a slight blink there from Connor Trafari into the 9. Trafari's on his bumper. Is he going to move him? That may be the only way to get by that 42 car, is if you move him out of the way. He is right there, right on his rear end, trying to force him into a mistake. That 42 almost went wide, almost got into the wall, using every inch of this track to keep these cars behind him. As Brendan Timon settles in the 4th, the 5 car looking to hunt these top 2 down, wants them to get up there and start racing each other. As the 9 slips, that's going to allow the 5 of Fowler to catch. But Relling continues to hold a pretty wheel out in front. No mistakes from that 42 car. He dominated the first race of the season. Was in the right position at the right time in the second race. But look at this, Gavin Graham battling that 6 car of Nico Servideo. An interesting paint scheme, to say the least. But he is inching closer and closer to his rear bumper. I think he might move him sooner rather than later, as he misses the corner that time by. Relling starting to open a gap. The 5 catching Trafari, excuse me. And we're finally getting that green flag run that we've been waiting for. Look at this, the 62 still right there. He's faster than the 6 car. Just needs to figure out how to pass him. It's early on in the race. They can afford to be a little patient. Thought about moving him there. Got him nervous. You saw the 6 wiggle there. Intimidating that 6 car. As he stays right in his rear view mirror. And he pushes that 6 car harder and harder each lap. We've got 1 car spinning in the back, and that'll likely bring out the caution. And yes, the caution is out. So we have another break in the action. as it looks like Ian Slager may have been involved in this. My mistake there. It was not Slager. He had just slowed down to avoid it. It was Jonathan Camps that got sent sideways in a 3-wide situation. He kept it straight, but it was enough to bring out the caution. So that's the cause of our latest break in the action here, but Relling continues to lead. I'll see you at the restart. The pace car makes his way down pit road. The field bunches back up as we head through 3 and 4. The green flag waves once again. And Relling already clear. Contact further back, and there's a crash heading down into turn 3. That's Camps again. Anton Schoppler involved as well. And we have another yellow. 4 cautions. We're not even 40 laps in yet. It's been a wild one so far. Preparing for another restart. The top 3 has stayed pretty much the same throughout this entire race. As the pace car heads in. Maybe this time we'll see some changes. Great jump by Relling once again. The green flag waves. And we're off into turns 1 and 2. Side by side for second. Connor Jafari on the inside. Almost pulled ahead of the 5, but Fowler rips the top. He's going to do it again. Trying to keep that nose up there. He's finally going to let it go. He's going to try and cross him over. Unable to make the crossover work. Connor Jafari back up to second. And wrecking back here. Lots of contact with the 33 and the 62. They're going to be 3 wide heading down into turn 1. Slager trying to give him as much space as he can. He's loose off turn 2, but he gained a ton of ground. Misses the bottom. Gavin Graham somehow recovered that car. I think he gained positions through all that. As you see the 17 of Camps side by side with Joey Robinson in the 33. Lots of action all throughout the field. As Connor Jafari, he's running down our leader once again. Gets loose off turn 2, killed every bit of momentum he had. Battle brewing here between the 33 and the 17. Oh, he got into the back of him. Another shot to the rear bumper, sticking his nose inside. The 17 moves down the block. The 33 trying to use a diamond type line through the corner to see if he can arc it down and pass him. Big shot once again, got the 17 sideways. Here comes the 40. The 17 holding a lot of them up. He's got a bunch of cars bunching up, and they're crashing big time. Gavin Graham is on top of that 17 car. And that's the 3rd crash in a row that Jonathan Camps has been involved in. Gavin Graham turned sideways, the 17 with nowhere to go. So what happened here was the 62 thought he had the nose to the inside. Wasn't quite there. Launches over the front end and then gets clobbered. Wild ride for Gavin Graham. Watching it again in slow motion here. It looks like the 54 was taking a wider arc into the corner. Gavin had showed his nose all the way down the straightaway. Unfortunately, he wasn't completely there, but still drove it in there, going for a gap that was about to close, and just two cars going for the same bit of racetrack there, and they meet in the middle, and the round goes to 54 of Jacob Witt, and he's going to save it, but not before that 62 car. Watch this. He's going to touch tires, climb, and launch over that 54. So probably some good damage on both of those cars. I'd be surprised if the 54 doesn't have some suspension damage after being used as a ramp there. But look at that. Two-wheeling it. One-wheeling it is Gavin Graham. 54 slides down to the bottom, out of harm's way. Looks like he actually will make contact with that inside wall. And then as Graham slides up, oh, he does save it. Graham slid up. Oncoming traffic had nowhere to go. We're going to be right back for the restart. Alex Relling continues to lead. All right, that'll shake things up. Relling had to dive down pit road. That hands the lead over to Connor Chafari, who will be the first driver other than Alex to lead today, and I believe he may have had a penalty. Green flag is waving. So we'll be watching Relling, as he tries to fight his way back up through the field. He is currently in the middle of the pack, and we got one spinning. Big time stack up, boys. Look out. There goes the 169 of Shopler around. Caution's out yet again. Where is Relling? There he is. It's not too far back. But he's still quite a ways from the lead. Apologies, we had some technical difficulties there, but Alex Relling has absolutely blasted his way through the field. And we're going to show you the move he just made to get past Enoch Hancock. Arcs it in, cuts low, gives him a shot, and sticks that car to his inside, sends it off into 3 and 4 with those fresh tires. And he is clear into second. Ian Slager bleeding positions. I saw him earlier while we were having our technical issues. He was dropping like a rock. He was racing hard, but these guys with way more experience, remember this is his first time ever driving a modified. These guys with way more experience than he has, showing him who's boss. But it seems he's finally gotten himself into a rhythm. He's trying to reel this pack back in. But our leader is about to be under fire very soon, as Alex Relling continues to lay down great lap times, using those fresh tires to his advantage. Now, as if we needed another factor to play into this, the 9 is catching a lap car. Anton Shopler in the 169. Where's he going to go? Is he going to make it easy? He will. And the 42 clears as well. Doesn't get held up. He's going to stay way high and well out of the way of the leaders. Relling is there. They are both in the same frame. This is gonna get good. Alex Relling inching closer and closer. And now he's there, inside, looking for the lead. Can Trafari defend? If so, it's not going to be for long. He's going to have to cut down, try to get that crossover. And he does. Crosses underneath. Deep dive into 3 and 4. Side by side, wheel to wheel, contact off turn number 4. Both cars sideways, wiggling off turn 4. More contact, almost contact through 1 and 2. Relling is going to clear. Trafari tried to give him a shot. Relling is going to drive away, side by side for 3rd behind him. As the 5 is underneath Hancock. Hancock slides up. He taps the outside wall. So Enos Hancock falls back to 4th. The 9 of Trafari trying to hang on to 2nd, but that 5 car on fresher tires as well, I believe. He may run that car down. But Alex Relling out in front here. Started on the pole, has led the most laps. Looks to be the favorite to win today, to get his 3rd win on the year. Sideways off turn 4 went Trafari, and that's going to allow the 5 to get to his inside. They bang. Here comes Hancock with a run. Still side by side. Out of turn 4. Fowler clears. Here comes Hancock inside. Contact yet again. Trafari back to the rear bumper. Is he going to give him a tap? Doesn't look like he will. Uh-oh, now he sends it in there, gives him a shot. Big bump there, got him loose. And now he gets his nose to the inside. Still side by side for 3rd. What a battle. Trafari clipped the apron there. Still on the inside of that 16 car. He's going to clear him. Can Hancock fight back? Doesn't look like he will. That 16 car has been in a mess here today. Further back, Shopler still just letting these guys go. As he's got damage on that car, I don't think he's trying to push too hard. Ian Slager seems to be settled in where he is. He's found a rhythm. And as I say that, he washes up the track just a little bit, but he's keeping it smooth and steady here. Nice to see as this field starts to spread out. And we do have a caution. And I believe it's for Jacob Mitchell. I was mistaken once again. This caution is not for Jacob Mitchell. Hancock just dumped the 9. Sends Trafari around. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. But we saw these two beating and banging just a few laps ago, so. potentially some drama there between the two as he dives down pit road. About to see the green flag yet again. Relling and Fowler are going to lead us, and the green flag is not out. They're going to go one more lap. All right, for real this time. Heading through 3 and 4. Relling is going to lead us back to the green. Fowler immediately hops down to the bottom, protecting the inside line. Can he get up there and challenge that 42 car? Oh, crash! Into the wall. I can't tell which car that is. It's the 9 of Trafari. And that'll bring out the caution. Let's see what happened off turn number. Oh, wow. We're going to have to take another look at that. So it looks like we're going to have to slow that down. So it looks like close racing off turn number 4 to 54. Didn't quite go all the way up. That's Jacob Witt. Didn't go all the way up to the wall. But here it seems like he did drift up. Oh, he is coming down. Trafari coming up a little bit. 54 coming down more so. Caused that wreck. And a little bit of net code as well. Just an unfortunate circumstance for Connor Trafari as he gets turned around because of it. All right, getting ready for another restart. Relling takes off as he has all day. The 5 unable to get to him, and they're crashing behind. Multiple cars around. That's Hancock sideways. Tolsma, I believe, went around. See what happened here on the restart. Oh, Tolsma gets a shot, slides up, catches the 16, and gets hit by the 40 of Cole Perez, who had nowhere to go. Getting ready for another restart. Can Zach Fowler try and time it here? Didn't time it quite as well, but he is going to jump down. Oh, slammed on the brakes in front of that 6 car. Servideo had to check up big time to avoid turning him. And they're playing bumper cars further back. Lots of beating and banging. Look at this. Multiple cars lined up here, all trying to get past that 6 car. As he seems to be holding this pack up. And we're getting down to it. Less than 30 laps to go. This race is winding down quickly. These drivers are not going to be as patient trying to get by him. Here comes Timon making his move on the inside. 33 of Joey Robinson is there. Trafari climbing back up through the field on fresh tires. He sends it in. Little bit of contact with Robinson. And now underneath the 6 of Servideo. Contact with him as well. Take no prisoners attitude with the way that 9 car is driving. And look at this. Zagorski underneath Robinson. Sends it in, clears him. Robinson tries to cut underneath. Lots of big dives late in the going here. Drivers lunging in there, laying the bumper to people, as you saw right there with the 6 and the 88. Look at the 16. Hancock diving underneath. The 33, a little bit of contact. A lot of white knuckling, elbows out racing here. As look at the 9. Trafari is a man on a mission here as he tries to fight his way back up through the field. Right on the rear bumper of Brendan Timon. Dives in. What a lunge. And he got at the stick. I believe Timon just let him go. Zagorski lays the bumper to the 6. And a big shot there. Door banging each other. Just bullied the 6 car out of the way. He's going to get freight trained. He's going to lose 2, maybe 3 spots here. As Ianich Hancock is also to his inside, and Hancock has a run on Robinson. He's going to get into the back of him. He turns Joey Robinson. And that'll bring out the caution yet again. Joey Robinson flat out dumped by Ianich Hancock, who aggressively tried to move him out of the way. Ended up turning him backwards, and he'll likely be sent to the back of the field after that one. See him pull off there. We'll have another restart. Here we go. Side by side, Trafari aggressively moves past the 5, now sets his sights on the leader. He has a tire advantage over Alex Relling. Can he catch him? Can he play spoiler? What an upset that would be. Contact behind. Crashing its Timon and Fowler in the outside wall. Slager involved as well. And the caution is out yet again. Well, I said it earlier. Patience is running thin here. Late in the going, and just 2 cars going for the same spot. Nowhere to go for the cars behind. Let's run it back one more time. Watch this. Through 1 and 2, Timon and Zach Fowler door slamming each other. And I believe Fowler tried to shut the door like he'd been doing all race. The 88 was behind him. The 34 was in front. The 34 chopped the nose. The 88, as a result of the slowdown caused by that contact, had nowhere to go, sent that 5 car right on around with him. So both drivers are going to the back now. And we're going to have another restart. Here we go for what will hopefully be the final restart of the day. The green flag is waving. Relling clears the 9. Trafari, he's been aggressive all day. Interesting line through the corner. I believe we might have a... Yeah, we are under caution yet again. Looks like it was Ian Slager this time. So more trouble on the restart here. It happened just ahead. Oh no, Slager got into the back of the 16, and oh man, that took out a bunch of them. Looks like he tried to get aggressive, use his bumper. No, that wasn't even the case. He just tried to stick his nose into a hole that wasn't there. And unfortunately, the result was catastrophic. Just a rookie mistake from Ian there. He does not do short track racing that often, so it's just a lesson learned for him there. His first time in a modified, like I said, and he had done so well all race. Getting closer to the end, of course, it was time to get aggressive, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. Drivers are not going to be too happy with him here, but we've all made mistakes like that, I'm pretty sure. Getting ready for another restart. All right, here we go. This should be the final restart. The 42 of Relling has been so dominant all day long. Just needs to hang on for one final time. Green flag is back in the air. 2 laps to go. Trafari is close. Big crash in the back, but we're still green. Coming off turn 4, white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Trafari right on the rear bumper. One final shot. Lunges in, gives him the shot, or gives him the bumper. It's not enough. Relling gets his 3rd win in 4 races. Wow, what a start to the season. Alex Relling extending his points lead even more as he wins yet another race. And he had to earn this one. He held on to it in spectacular fashion. We're not going to get the burnout, unfortunately. That's where the replay ends. But what a drive it was for Alex Relling. Let's look at your points. So here are your point standings after race 4 here at the Bullring. Alex Relling leads the points by pretty good margin of, hold on, let me do math. 17. Is that 17? Anyways, is that 24? Is that really 24? Anyway, Alex Relling leads the points. Connor Trafari moves up to 2nd in the point standings. Brendan Timon drops down to 4th. Ryan Zagorski still 3rd, and the rest of the points are as follows. But that'll do it. Hope you all enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow my main channel. That's Money Car, money with an X, car, MXNEYCAR, all in one word, for some more exciting action. That content's going to be on NR 2003. It's going to be chaos if that's what you love. It's going to be grid racing. It's going to be everything you would want from a sim series. But I hope to see y'all there, and hope to see y'all next time here in the American racing. What am I saying? The American Open Wheel Modified Tour for some more racing here. And yeah, that'll do it. See ya.